Hey guys, Sandy here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am finally scrapbooking with Vicki Boutin Storyteller. Now I am just going to be scrapbooking with the papers. I'm not pulling in any embellishments. My goal is to literally just scrapbook with paper. Now I might pull in like some paint, that kind of thing, but no purchased embellishments. So let's see what I can do. Now I started with the cut apart sheet, and I did that because I knew that I would be able to make a lot of elements for my layout here without having to cut out a lot of paper, punch out a lot of paper, do all that stuff. So since I wanted to use just paper and not bring in embellishments, this was the best way to get my bang for my buck. Now, I do have to say, you guys, I did cheat a little bit. I ended up using embroidery thread. But I did not use any pre-made embellishments, so I'm still calling this layout a win. Now, I showed you those butterflies. We're not using the butterflies. Big shock there. It's amazing to me how much I like Vicki Boutin's collections, especially because she loves the butterflies, guys, like loves the butterflies, and puts a lot of them in her collections. But, you know, they're not for me, but the rest of her collection, for me. So these are some flowers, and I'm going to go ahead and fussy cut one out. Now, while I'm fussy cutting, I'm just going to speed that up so you guys don't have to watch me do all of it, because, you know, nobody wants to sit there and watch fussy cutting. Most people can't stand fussy cutting. I won't say most. I'll say a good amount of people can't stand fussy cutting. So, you know, I would imagine even less like to watch it. So this part of the cut apart sheet here has all of these strips. So I'm going to cut down some of that. And then I use the back side of that floral paper that I fussy cut to give me a good solid teal strip of paper across this butterfly paper. Butterflies are face down. I am going to go ahead and fussy blade, as my friend Erica likes to say, these couple little banners that are up here. And I'm just going to fussy blade them ever so slightly, just so I can stick a teeny tiny little foam square under there to give the banners an ever so slight amount of lift. So I'm going to go ahead and place that across the top of my page. I'm going to grab my foam squares. As you can see, I'm running out. Going to grab those foam squares and put them underneath of the banners, and that's just going to give, like I said, a teeny tiny little bit of lift. So I'm pulling out the layout right now, and when you're looking straight down at the layout, you do see an ever so slight amount of lift. Not a huge amount. It's not enough to like get crazy over. So yeah, there we go. Now I am going to just throw over those little foam square dots. Did you see that? They just went whoop. So here we go. I'm going to go ahead and glue down that teal strip of paper, and then I have all of these gorgeous tags. Now I was going to start cutting them, and I decided, no, you're not going to go starting off with the tags. You're going to try something else. So I have the photo. Now this photo is of a burger and fries that we got at this restaurant in Big Bear. And oh my word, you guys. I mean, oh my word. The burger was absolutely delicious. It was this bacon and blue cheese burger, and the fries were so good, and they came in a little fry basket. They were so cute. I mean, the burger was outrageously good. We ate there twice, and I got the same burger, and it was just as good the second time. So now I'm going to go ahead and build kind of a little shelf for the photo to sit on. And then, as you can see, I spread apart that little purple bit, and I'm even going to pull it a little bit further out, just so you see a little bit more of that color. And then you can see I'm just going to put that fussy cut flower right there. Now, you might think a flower has nothing to do with a burger, and, you know, you might be right. But there is lettuce on that burger, and the flower has green leaves, and lettuce is green, so there we go, we justified it. If you needed justification, there it was. If you didn't, and you were just like, dang right, Sandy, you just scrapbook the way you want to and put that flower with that burger, we are there as well. So I have these 2 tags that I fussy cut out, and I'm like, I'm going to add a couple tickets. So I do add a ticket here. Now I did kind of cut out the edge of the ticket, but I did rip the ticket at, what is this, at the little perforation. So now I just arrange where I want the tags to go. And then I glue them down, and that's just going to give me a little bit of something right there, and I am cool with it. I decide that I need to add a little bit more, so I'm thinking about adding a ticket up here underneath of the banner. I'm thinking about just doing it to cover up that airmail, because the airmail really has nothing to do with the layout. I mean, I have a flower on there, it really has nothing to do either, but the airmail is just bothering me. So we're gonna cover that up somehow. Now I think about adding this other ticket in over on the right hand side of the photo, but it doesn't really work. So I go ahead and put it on the right side, or yeah, the right side of the flower. I'm good with it. The tickets aren't exactly in line, but I don't really need them to be. So I'm just happy with the way it is. So now I'm going to pick out a couple more of these tags. And I'm just going to go ahead and trim them down and place them here on my layout. Now this is where I'm starting to think to myself, oh, I need to bring in something besides paper, because I can't have naked tag holes, because naked tag holes give me anxiety. Like they just, poor little guys, they need something in them. Now I thought about bringing in brads or bringing in sequins, or something like that, but I was like, no, that's definitely a pre-made embellishment. If I use embroidery thread, that's just string. That's just string. That's not a pre-made embellishment whatsoever. So I'm going to go ahead and use that. Now, I did like the enjoy every moment across the top of my photo. Man, I got a case of the yawns today. But I decided that I would like it better if it covered up that little airmail piece. So we just popped that up there, and it works. And then I'm looking down at the cut apart sheet again, because I need to build something else down here so that I can have a title. Now I do go look through my papers to see if there's any options. And I spend a good amount of time looking at this 4x6 cut apart sheet to see if there's anything I need to fussy cut out, and there's not. So I am going to use this word paper, and as you can tell, I looked at it and figured if it was okay to cut apart, and it was. It was okay to cut apart for sure. And then, you know, I was thinking about using the word happiness, but instead I decided to go with so awesome, because I wanted to have something like happiness is a burger. But I didn't want to bring in pre-made embellishments, so I couldn't bring in letter stickers. So that's why we cut out this word so awesome, and built it up with another one of those little cut apart sheets. Now I am going to trim this down into a more manageable size, because I don't need it to go all the way across the page. I don't need that whatsoever. It's just covering up something that I really don't need to cover up if I did that. And I am happy with how it came out, so no worries there whatsoever. Now, I do go ahead and trim down that so awesome. I thought about popping it up, but I was like, no, you're not going to pop it up. You're just going to leave it down here on the page. So I'm going to add a little bit more adhesive around the bits so that they don't pop off, because that would stink. Now I do grab a blue Muji pen this time. It's a 0.5, so it's a little bit thicker than what I normally write with my black pen. And I just added "this was" on top of my title of So Awesome. And then I write just a couple lines of journaling up here around the cursive "enjoy every moment." And I do write in cursive there, just to kind of go with the "enjoy every moment." So now this is where I'm like, yeah, the naked tag holes are bothering me. I can't have them. Like, I just can't, you guys. It just doesn't feel right. It doesn't make me happy when I look at a page. If I'm sitting there and I'm like, it's a naked tag hole. Like, why did you leave that there? It's like the same thing that bothers me when you put a letter sticker down or a chipboard sticker and you leave the sticker of the center of the letter there. Like if, like an O, you know how it has that center of the letter? When that's left there, it drives me insane. Same thing with A's, D's, G's, anything that has that, it just drives me crazy. I know that that might be something dumb to drive you crazy about scrapbooking, but honestly, it does drive me crazy, and that's where we are. That is where we are. So I am using some Nouveau Deluxe adhesive just to hold down these little embroidery thread bows. Now, as you can see, that little piece of embroidery thread wanted to keep coming up to a place where I just didn't want it to be. So a little trick is to dot an ever so slight amount of glue down, and then put your embroidery thread on top of it, and then just put your glue down on it for a little bit just to hold it there. And then that way your string will stay in place and it's not really going to go anywhere it's not supposed to be. You just need to hold it there for a second. So I go ahead and tie yet another bow. That is 5 bows on a layout. That might be a record for me. But like I said, I can't have a naked tag hole. So that is going to do it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for joining me. I hope you'll take a challenge of creating a layout without any pre-made embellishments, because it really is all about playing with the pretty paper sometimes. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you guys again real soon for another video.